Welcome into Husker Women's Wednesday, powered by Emeritus. I am Jessica Coody, and we are right around the corner from another Nebraska women's basketball season. And to help us preview the season a little bit is Allison Weidner, a familiar face and name to the Huskers Radio Network. We've had you in studio a few times, but glad to have you back. Thanks for being here.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, we just found out, what was it, this week, that you guys are coming in, preseason number 23 ranking. How exciting was that for the team to hear that and see that?
Yeah, it was pretty exciting. I mean, obviously, you know, it's just a huge honor to have that, but that doesn't change anything that we're doing within our program. We just come in, work hard every day, and try and stack days. That's great.
Okay, well, how are you feeling? You know, we've had a couple check-ins with you, but how are you doing? How are you feeling coming off the second injury?
I'm feeling great. Finally feeling like my old self, and it's kind of funny because I kind of feel like a freshman all over again because I'm just so excited to finally get back on the court with my teammates and just kind of relieved.
We had you back on in the spring, and you were so limited. Mm-hmm. I guess now that you've been through it, fully through it, what was this second time around? What was the process like for you and getting back healthy?
Yeah, I mean, physically, I kind of knew what to expect because I had just done it. So that part wasn't necessarily the hardest thing. I would say mentally was definitely the biggest challenge, and it was rough. I mean, had it not been for my teammates, my coaches, my family, and my closest friends, yeah, it would have been really hard. But they picked me up every day and just kept me going, and I really appreciate that.
So how did it feel that first practice you were full go?
Oh, I mean, I don't think I stopped smiling, to be honest, just because I finally felt good, I felt confident, and like I said, just kind of relieved to finally be back, because for a while I just questioned if I would ever play in a game again or finally like be fully healthy again. So when that first practice fully cleared, I don't think I stopped smiling.
That's great. You know, I'm sure it'll continue to be a process for you when you start playing games and whatnot, but do you feel pretty close to how you felt when you were feeling at your best, you know, throughout, I guess, your second season?
Yeah, I feel great. Just some of the plays that I make kind of remind me of, like, my sophomore year, end of my freshman year, and I've started to get on the floor a little more because I'm just kind of a gritty player like that. And
yeah.
To be comfortable and confident to do that just feels good.
So how has just overall the preseason gone for this group? You know, you got some new faces coming in, but then a lot of returnees. How has it gone kind of gelling and doing what this specific team needs to do throughout the last few weeks?
Yeah, I think it's gone really well. I mean, every day we keep adding something new, working to get everything that we need in our system for the season. But, you know, everyone's picking it up great, and I think everyone's starting to understand their roles and what they bring to the table for our team. And I think that we're all learning together how we work well together, and I think that it's going to be a fun year. You know,
despite you having, when you had said it was really challenging at times, you still were quick to go. When we had Kennedy Williams in here, she said you reached out to her, and I know Logan Nisley, she relied on you. Why did that become important for you, even despite your own kind of battles that you were going through, to be there for some of your teammates that were going through those situations?
Yeah, I think, like, when it first happens, like, you get all the support you need, and then, you know, as you start to get work back and get more healthy and get closer to returning to play, it can get a little lonely because people can kind of forget how hard it is mentally. And so, you know, I've been through it twice now, and so I know that I need to be there for them, and so that's just kind of what I think is important for me to do for them.
You have been a really great leader, too. You've kind of found a different kind of role over the last couple of seasons. How has that process gone for you and evolved for you now that, I mean, you feel like a freshman on the court a little bit, you said, but just you are one of the more experienced players. You have a different view because you've sat on the bench and got the coaching perspective of it. So how has that process been for you becoming more of a leader for this program?
Yeah, I mean, when I first came in, I was a pretty quiet, shy kid, didn't really talk much. I was kind of more of a lead-by-example type of person, and, you know, obviously you can't really do that on the sidelines, so, you know, I kind of started to find my voice the first year that I was injured, and then, you know, I got injured again, and I just realized that, like, this is an opportunity this whole year for me to grow and coach and do anything I can for this team, and so I really found my voice this last year, and I just kind of realized that with the experience I have, that people really pay attention and respect the things that I do to try and help them or say. And so, yeah, I mean, it's been crazy just to see the change, and just watching from the sidelines, you just see so many different things that you probably don't realize on the court, and so I try to help them in that way.
With you and Lex and then some of the other players that, again, have been around here and played a lot of ball here in a Husker uniform, what were, as the leaders of the program, some of the standards and things that you wanted to implement with this program going into this season?
Yeah, I mean, gosh, I don't know. I mean, my class, well, I guess I'm a redshirt junior now. So, like, me, Alexis, and Kendall have all been here for 4 years. We've all stuck together, and it was one of the things that we've enjoyed about this program is how close we are, and just everything we do, like on the court, off the court, we're like super tight knit, and I think that we take a lot of pride in that because that builds a lot of trust for our program, and it makes us able to hold each other accountable, and just we play for each other, and that's what it is.
Speaking of Alexis, obviously someone that's made a name for herself in women's college basketball. How have you seen her game grow from when you guys stepped on the court together as freshmen to where she is now going into her senior season?
I mean, she's just phenomenal. Every year, she just gets better and better, and she just works her butt off. Like, I see her all the time before practice with Coach Julian and just getting extra shots and getting extra reps in. And then, like, she's just a great leader for us. Like, she just is so positive, brings the energy every day. And, for me, like, when I was going through my injury, like, I could always count on Lex to pick me up. And I actually remember the day that I tore my ACL, my second one, I was down in the dumps on the couch. Like, I was just laying there. And she got home, and she was like, I'm giving you today to feel bad for yourself. But after that, you gotta put your head down and grind. And so, I mean, just me and her have a great connection, great friendship. I mean, we lived together all 4 years, and, yeah, she's just awesome.
Wow, that gives me chills. What separates her? Why is she one of the best post players in the country?
I think it's a lot of things. I mean, she works hard, and I think her response is a big thing. Like, if she misses a layup, she just wants the ball to come right back to her. Like, she'll tell whoever passed to her, like, come back to me, I'll make the next one. Like, I got it. And, like, that trust, like, that helps as a passer because, like, I know, like, that makes me want to give it back to her because I know she's going to make the next one. So.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so you guys always, as a program, have themes that we see throughout, social media or throughout the season. Can you tell us about some of that and what the kind of, I guess, overall theme for this program is going into this season?
Yeah, this season our team motto or our saying is level up. And, we had a really great year last year. We got a win in the tournament, and we were in the Big Ten championship game. We fell short. We want to level up and kind of build off that and, like, stack another season on top of that.
How does a team go through that process to where, okay, you go to the NCAA tournament, then you go win a game, and then now you're going into a season where you have that preseason ranking, so you're not flying under the radar. How do you start to change and manage those expectations? Because as a program, I got to imagine that's what you want, right? You want to be recognized for that, but then also to maintain it. So how does that switch, and change and evolve for a group of players that now have been together that, hey, we want to be here. This is where we want to be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think we try not to read too much into the preseason rankings. Like I said, like, we go in every day, we work hard, we try to stack days, we do what we need to do as a team. But also, like, we're proud. Like, we had a great season last season, but essentially we don't want to read too far into it.
Yeah. Does it, though, I guess more so building off of last year, did it push you guys? Did it give you some motivation going into this season? Okay, we got there, now let's, of what exactly level up means, I guess.
Yeah, we're definitely motivated, but one practice at a time, one game at a time, all of that. It's not going to be perfect by any means, but with that preseason ranking, like, that's kind of like the standard that we're holding ourselves to at this point in practice.
Yeah. Well, tell us about the newcomers. How have they fit in with Amaya and Britt? I know Kennedy's still limited, but Britt and Amaya and Birdie, too, what they've brought to the gym.
Yeah, Britt is just a phenomenal player, obviously. She does a lot of things in practice that I'm just like, wow. And she's incredible. Super smart player, high IQ, all of that. She's a really funny girl, just really easygoing, go with the flow. But, yeah, she's awesome, and I'm super proud of how she's adjusted. It's been pretty seamless for her, the adjustment from high school to college, and yeah, she's great. And Amaya, man, she just works her butt off. Like, you can always count on her for an offensive rebound or any sort of rebound, really. And she just finishes so well. And what I'm most proud about with her is, you know, it's not your most comfortable thing to use your weak hand or do the stuff that's uncomfortable your freshman year, but she's just been really focusing on that and will actually just make the conscious effort every single time to just work on the things that are the most uncomfortable for her. So, yeah.
And then Birdie, a veteran guard, what has she brought to the gym?
Yeah, I think her experience the past 3 years at Florida and then coming here, I mean, it's hard to learn a new system, but, you know, she's a smart player. She has the IQ. She's played college basketball for 3 years, so she's just a great shooter, like, awesome. And she just has a great energy, great defender, and she's just picking up everything really well.
For you in your game, you know, Husker fans will remember, well, you were great at getting to the rim. You distribute a lot of different things, but you know, throughout the process, we've talked to you a couple of times, and you felt like your shot has really improved because that's what you've been able to spend a lot of time on. How confident do you feel right now shooting the ball?
I feel really confident. I'm still working on it. It's every day I try to go in before practice, after practice, get shots up, and just that repetition has just given me a lot of confidence to shoot it. Was it something where, did you tweak anything, or was it more so just the reps and getting in there and getting shots up? I think a little of both. I try to change like my base when I'm shooting and have like a more wide and solid base, and then just high release, flick the wrist, eyes on the rim, just kind of focus on the little things, the basics, and then just have the confidence to shoot it. And I think a big part was the confidence, and the repetition helped that.
I think some people might be interested to hear what that process is like, because you know, we talked to Jawan recently, and he talked about his changing up his shot. What is it like when you go into, okay, we need to make some tweaks, and then how you go about that to where it feels comfortable and natural? Yeah,
I think for me the big thing was just like not overthinking it. Just like I said, the basics, eyes on the front of the rim for me, and then like making sure I have a high follow through, flick the wrist, and the wide base. And those are the things I just thought about and just kept going through my mind and whatever. And yeah, it's helped a lot.
Is it something where when you say the wide base, so that, okay, you had a conversation where this is going to help me with this, like, just, I guess, take us through that process?
So my freshman year, if you go back and look, like when I would shoot, my knees would like cave in, which didn't necessarily give me the best power to like use my legs in my shot. And so I tried to fix my knees so they don't cave in, and that's helped a lot.
Oh, that's fascinating.
Yeah.
So, okay, you guys are getting closer and closer to the season. You got an exhibition coming up against Doane a week from Sunday, and then you'll open things up, what is it, November 4th against Omaha for the pep rally game, which is always a lot of fun. But what needs to happen for this team over the next week or so to be able to be ready to go where you need to be to take the court on the exhibition game and then to open things up?
Yeah, I think recently in practice we've been, doing a lot of game situations like controlled scrimmages and all that stuff. And I think a big thing for us is learning to fight through fatigue when it hits. And so we've really tried to implement that into practice. And yeah, it's been going well. So.
And then I always got to ask you because, of course, the starting 5-pack and the season tickets and single game tickets just recently went on sale. And that makes a big factor for you guys. That plays a big role in protecting the home court, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
How does it feel? I mean, what is that like when you guys are running out there and you know that you're going to have the support out there?
I would say it's an indescribable feeling because, we go on the road a lot, and a lot of places don't have fans like we do. And so for example, when we're running out for the Iowa game and then Pinnacle Bank Arena is sold out, like, it's chills. And, like, we have the whole arena behind our back. Like, it makes a huge difference for us. It makes us want to fight even harder through the fatigue, through the hard times, through the calls that don't go our way. Like, it helps a lot.
Well, you ready to get this thing started?
Yes.
Yeah? But more than anything, this has probably been the most anticipated season opener for you.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Well, best of luck. Thank you so much for spending some time with us. Cannot wait to see you back out there again coming up a week from Sunday for the exhibition contest against Doane. That is October 27th. And then the opener, November 4th, Monday against Omaha. And Huskers.com/tickets to get whatever kind of ticket package you want. Single season tickets, single game tickets also on sale now. Allison Weidner, thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank you for having me.
And this has been Husker Women's Wednesday, powered by Emeritus. Emeritus is proud to power this podcast and all of Husker women's sports. And as always, make sure you subscribe and like wherever you listen to never miss an episode right here on the Huskers Radio Network podcast.